So fitting it is when the top two teams after the regular season survive the playoffs to meet in the final, and tonight the Lions travel from Johannesburg to compete in this amphitheatre of Wellington to blow out the super-powered storm called the Hurricanes. Hello and welcome to the broadcast of PYJAMA, the live stream of this final as we go through the teams. The Lions, Julian Raldonace up front, along with Malcolm Marks, Dylan Smith, Franco Mostert and Andreas Ferreira in the locking combination. Jaco Kriel, Warwick Tecklenburg, and the captain, Warren Whiteley, will play his 66th match. Francois de Klerk and Elton Jantjies in the halves. While in the centres, Rohan Janse van Rensburg, the 21-year-old, in his 17th match for the Lions. Lionel Mapoe in number 13, Kortnor Skosan, Ruan Combrick and Andreas Kotsia to round out the team, with Howard Umnisi and Jaco van der Walt surviving in the reserves in the commentary box with me. Tonight, St John's College under 65 gold captain, and to go through the Hurricanes, Bradley Richardson.
Yes, thank you, Jake, for that elaborate title, and for the Hurricanes team. Number 1, Lonnie Uhela. Number 2, Dane Coles. Number 3, Ben May. Number 4, Vial Fafita. Number 5, Michael Fadialofa. Number 6, Brad Shields. Number 7, Artie Savia. Number 8, Victor Vito. Number 9, TJ Perinara. Number 10, Bowden Barrett. Number 11, Jason Woodward. Number 12, Willis Halaholo. Number 13, Matt Proctor. Number 14, Corey Jane. And rounding out the starting 15, James Marshall. Into your reserves, number 16, Ricky Riccatelli. Number 17, Chris Eves. Number 18, Reggie Goods. Number 19, Mark Abbott. Number 20, Tony Lambourne. Number 21, Jamison Gibson Park. Number 22, Vince Asso. Number 23, Julian Savia, coached by the impeccable Chris Boyd.
Yes, he's very impeccable indeed, isn't he? And also an honour to have in the sideline and social media lounge tonight to report on the conditions and social media of the game. Waikato White Under 12's grand final. Assistant referee in 2014 and main referee in 2015, Ben Brownlee.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Just say the teams here, I think they're impeccable. They've been waiting all season for this moment, and they've finally got there. It's going to be a slippery game. A lot of foreplay, I think. A lot of scrums. But it's all good because we all love a scrum. It's just, I'll just have to say, I think the Barbers have had some good business today. I think they're all going to get some fresh cuts for the game. You know, they're all wanting to look their best for this game. I'm excited.
Yes, thank you, Ben, as we take a look at the Lions. Thank you to our international audience listening around the world as we see the captain of the Lions come out onto Westpac Stadium. 39,500 people, led out by Warren Whiteley, the inspirational captain who has led this team out of relegation in 2013 after being, last on the competition ladder. For 5 years in a row, they were relegated in 2013, and now they are in the 2016 Super Rugby Final. The Hurricanes, about to be led out by Dane Coles, like Whiteley, missed the semi-final, and now leading his team out onto a Super Rugby Final. This reception he's going to get is incredible. And the Hurricanes are led out onto Westpac Stadium, their house, for the Super Rugby Final.
And also we congratulate Victor Vito on his 100 games, even though he's pissing off next year. We still got to give him some thanks.
Yes, I suppose so. I mean, you can't... what's going on there? No, right. I suppose we're all in readiness almost. The reserves taking their seats. The sideline management's taking their seats. And obviously this is a opportunity to announce the referees. Referee Glenn Jackson, assistants Angus Gardner and Ben O'Keefe, and the television match official Ben Skeen. Glenn Jackson, Angus Gardner and Ben O'Keefe never been in a Super Rugby final before. But Australia is not represented in this match because Angus Gardner's there, Brad.
Angus Gardner. Hey, he's Australian, eh?
Yes, that's why I said Australia.
I thought he
said he wasn't represented.
No, yes. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Jackson about to get us underway as Yanchis. Well, he blows his whistle and he blows it not so hard, but Yanchis kicks it
What a
down.
kick.
And
What a
that's going to go in the end goal, and we're going to go back for a scrum. Struth.
It's a riveting
That
start.
was a shit kick.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the greatest of kicks, and Yanchis wouldn't have. I just having a laugh about it. Isn't that good?
How horrible is that beard, though?
Yes, it is a little bit strange. He looks like a
bit of
demon
bum fluff.
coming out of Death Valley in America. But anyway, he's here in Wellington. Your commentators, Jacob Flaherty, Brad Richardson, and obviously the social media expert, Ben Brownlee. Ben, how are those hashtags coming along?
Oh, I'll just get them open a bit, because it's. I don't think it's cranking up so much. Hashtag Super Rugby. Someone's saying, let's go. Go well, Mane. Someone said, kickoff.
That's
Someone seen a photo of the cups of tea and stuff, so I think they're from South Africa because they're waking up early in the morning. So, yeah. Oh, first
Yes,
scrum.
well,
Are you only allowed to drink tea in the morning, Ben?
9:30 a.m. in South Africa as Perenara takes it off the back. A horrible pass, and this Super Rugby final is not getting off to the start that either the Lions or the Hurricanes would have wanted.
That ball was passed straight out. I didn't even touch anyone.
Well, here's a thing for you. Ben O'Keefe's from Wellington. He's the assistant referee. He's from Wellington.
He's rigged. He's given Hurricanes a metre there.
He's given Hurricanes a metre. I swear to God.
You know what I reckon?
No.
I reckon he's got a great name.
Yes,
I reckon it's got a great
very
name.
nice name as Malcolm Marks throws into the line out. Well, he's about to.
Well, he hasn't yet.
Yes,
There
he
we
throws
go.
it in, and Monster takes it down. Goes to, and the Hurricanes are...
Oh, he just fell over. Look at that. He just tripped over.
Yes, well, we can tell who didn't take their pills this morning. Anyway, the Hurricanes in halfway metre line take the maul down as the Lions retrieve their ball. Yeah, Andreas Ferreira takes it forward. They're in the middle of halfway and 10 metre line. Surges through is Jaco Kriel. They've got advantage from Glenn Jackson. Popped up a ball. A horrible pass, in fact. And Glenn Jackson's going to go for a penalty. I'd say about 45 metres out. I think
If this was me with this, I would kick for touch.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Get as many points as you can, because you're not going to win this game.
Yeah, well, you know, you've got a big call there, and it's probably verging on Yanchi's ranges, and that's why it's taken some time. But they're going for the posts. It's sort of, how much of a degree angle would you call that, Ben?
I call it a 37.9.
Is it acute?
So it's
Ben?
an acute.
It's a cute angle.
So it's a cute angle, and it's
Jake,
about 45
I think
metres.
it's so cute that you could give it its number. Give it your number because
Well, yeah, right, okay. Well, Wellington Yanchis has 187 points this season. The Lions' record is 189. So if he gets this, he becomes the most highest point scorer for the Lions in a single season. Ben, how's that social media?
it's good. I've heard some things that apparently the commentary's not working, but I don't know. Maybe they can't. I don't know.
Well, I think they need to sort themselves.
They need to sort themselves out.
Yes,
anyway,
exactly.
why did this decide to be a poo today, right now? Okay, Waikato Rugby tweeted, actually, all the best to the Waikato boys in tonight's Super Rugby Final, at Lonnie Uela, at Wahala.
Yes, well... that's not very nice, is it? He's allowed to do it again, though, says Jackson, in accordance with the law. So that's good that Glenn Jackson is playing rugby. Yanchis. He goes quick this time, and my God, that's a shocker. Is it? No, it's not, actually. It hit the post. But James Marshall clears it away, and I swear to God, my goodness gracious me, they were in front, Bradley.
Oh, I didn't actually see that, but just the way you said it, they were definitely offside.
They were in front, of course. Anyway, Faf de Klerk in the midfield of the halfway line clears it off to Elton Yanchis, who bombs it up.
Oh, that went really
That
high.
was a high kick.
That was a high kick.
It's gone off the screen. We've lost the... Oh, it's back again.
We've got the ball. Jackson waves his arms. He says play on as we get it out to Willis Halaholo. It's a change in possession.
Jake, do you know that signal's also called the Glenn Jackson signal you just did?
No.
It's called the I don't know what just happened.
Yes, well, Jackson certainly showed that, and a pump kick through from the Hurricanes, and this is certainly some territory gain as we're about 15 metres out from the Hurricanes line, and the Lions will get the throw-in.
Jake, as a referee, what would you do if the ball was bombed and just never came back down?
Well, I'd wait. I would wait.
Would you call time off?
Well, I wouldn't be... I've always been taught you've got to make a call if you're 100% sure. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether the ball is out of the field of play or not.
No.
Well, no, because it hasn't crossed the plane of touch.
Exactly.
Is there a vertical plane of touch?
No.
I don't know. Maybe there is.
There could be. Anyway. Oh, jeepers, they're getting quite tight. It's like the Chiefs in
They're
here.
close together.
Certainly. Anyway, Marks is going to throw the ball in. Mostert, and it's stolen by the Hurricanes, and they get the possession. TJ Perenara takes it down on the 22-metre line. The Hurricanes look to, a move they call pigs at some grades. Pigs.
Hammer.
Pigs hammer. Struth. Anyway,
Picking
cleared
goes.
out to the back.
That's
Foden
good.
Barrett. After Willis Halaholo on an angle. He's taken down. They've lost about 2 metres in the tackle. But still in midfield. Fatilofa now. TJ Perenara to clear again. After Barrett, they go left. After Willis Halaholo the second time. It was Jason Woodward, in fact, who looped up. Ari Sevilla. The man who obviously is...
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Yes,
SpongeBob.
No, it's not quite.
Oh.
Anyway, who's that guy? My goodness, he looked like a bear. He looked like a bear. It wasn't Lonnie. It was Brad Shields. He took it forward. I think. Pumped through by Barrett. Jason Woodward. It wasn't Jason Woodward. It was Corey Jane. He's enough for the try. They're going to have a look on the big screen as the referees, 6 minutes into the game, a deliberate knockdown, possibly, but Corey Jane in his long sleeve skins is about to be the first try scorer in this Super Rugby Final.
Jake, don't speak to
What
someone.
a
Might be
pussy
offside.
he is wearing long sleeve skins.
Oh.
He does not deserve the try.
I deserve a drink.
That was intense.
Well, the TMO. Sorry if this sounds weird, I'm eating a chocolate fish. But anyway, they go to Ben Skeen. Let's talk about this, Ben.
Ben,
You're a TMO.
am I?
No, I mean, Ben Skeen's the TMO, but
Yes.
Ben Brownlee is a referee. So, Ben, you can be Ben here, and you do Ben's thoughts. Talk about what's going on.
Well, right now, prospect, Bone in. Okay, let's see here.
He is onside.
He's a mile onside. What are they debating here?
He was so inside, he was in Hamilton.
He's very
I
fast.
think he knocked it on. Brad Shields, I think he's knocked it on. And the Hurricanes crowd are not going to like it.
They're going to give him a growling.
Oh, he'll get a slap on the wrist. But Lonnie Huhila, I think
that's
he lost
backwards.
it backwards. But it
That's
was
off the calf.
I think that, the conditions are certainly playing a part as they go to the screen.
Hold up.
Glenn Jackson to make the decision. We'll see whether he puts his hand up or not. 6 minutes 30 into the game. Ben Skeen delivers a decision. As we wait,
We
and he goes back to the screen, not confident yet.
He's not, it's no try.
It's got to be no try. He's knocked it on. There's been 2 knock-ons in the build-up. You wouldn't think that the Hurricanes would get...
If it's inconclusive, can he go to the NRL bunker?
Well, they may need to go to the bunker, but I'm not sure they'll get the right decision as clear. But there, it's a knock-on by Brad Shields as he picked it up to go surge through past the 22-metre line. I don't know what they're
No, but
watching
is it
here.
a knock-on? Because his hand never lost contact with the ball.
But he's lost the ball forward. He's knocked it
But how
on.
can you lose the ball forward if you don't lose contact with it?
He had no control over it.
Well, yeah, because he had contact with it.
No, not necessarily. See, I butt heads with you here, Bradley.
Really?
Oh, God. Look at Brad Shields' beard.
I think Glenn Jackson, he's going to go back. The Hurricanes are back at halfway. Jackson to make his decision. No try!
And why I am correct.
Much to the displeasure of the Hurricanes crowd, it's a lost forward, and Glenn Jackson will go back for the scrum, and the Lions will have the pudding.
Tell you what.
My goodness, he doesn't look happy. Ricky Riccatelli on the bench? No, not at all.
I need to change the score because I made it 7-0.
Well, we can tell who... my goodness. Well, you can tell who's the...
I just got too excited. I
Okay,
got caught up in the moment
can I
and I
alert you
couldn't
guys to
control
something?
myself.
Can we talk about the root and boot that Victor Vito's doing right here?
Go
He
on.
milks them for
Hold on,
100 games.
Match fact. No offshore team has ever won a playoff match in New Zealand.
That's because New Zealand's too good.
I'm just going to hand it over to Bradley now. I'm going to go and get myself a Pepsi.
What I'd like to bring up with that point is...
You got to say there's a penalty.
Oh, there's a penalty to the Lions. About on the middle of their 22 from a scrum. It's absolutely denied Hurricanes any momentum in that one. But I'd also like to bring up is, does the North Island count as offshore from the South Island? Or is it off strike, going over the Cook Strait?
Well, you bring up a good point there, Bradley.
I don't know.
I think that's one for the statisticians to mull over. I'll bring it up with them. As the Lions get the line out on the 40-metre line with a good kick by Yanchis.
Yanchis!
Thank you, Brad. That was a very nice gallop of Pepsi. We thank our 30 watchers at this time, obviously listening from around the world. But,
We've got 30 people watching.
If you've got any comments or questions, just ask us and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Obviously, we need some banter going on. So let's talk some banter. As the Lions take it down. They get it from the Morph. After Clerk, pass it off to Yanchis. Off to Rohan Janssen van Rensburg, the 21-year-old, playing a Super Rugby Final off the back. After Clerk pumps it forward to Mapui. Now, Jaco Creel has it. Still in midfield on the 50-metre line. Ben May tries to have a crack. But to null effect.
As he does not reach the advantage line.
No advantage line met there. After Clerk again. Clears it. Mostert takes it up. After Clerk looks for the box kick. He pumps it down. And that is a rake and a half.
Oh no, he's missed the fair catch.
James Marshall out of his 22. Pumps it back down to the Lions. And it looks like Yanchis will look after it as they go to Combrick. Combrick surges forward.
He gets hit hard by Uhila.
The Marist man, Lonnie Huhila. We're on the 10-metre line, Lions territory. Kotsia pumps it back down to Corey Jane. We've learned that Corey Jane is wearing long-sleeved white skins.
Because he's a pussy.
He's a little bit of a pussy and he's a little bit cold, and I can understand. I mean, it's a little bit cold. As we get to... Oh, it's a horrible kick by... Combrick. Harley Severe, the pineapple, has gone forward to the 22-metre line. Surges through and taken down in a good tackle by Skorsan. Now, who was that, Ben?
It's the guy with the long hair.
It was Fatialofa. They pass it along. Now Coles has got it.
Run straight.
Dane Coles doesn't...
Put Dane Coles on the wing.
Lonnie Huhila, the big man, takes it up. They're still on the 22, not making any metres. They've got the arm out.
Drop kick! It's a drop kick!
Horrible.
Drop kick by...
It didn't even make it to the 5-metre
by
line.
Barrett.
There was a lot of yelling.
They've got a penalty, and Julian Severe, the bus, is not happy, but he's going to get a penalty.
May I mention...
Did you say Julian Severe's not happy?
No, well,
he's not on the field.
Yeah, I know, but they showed a shot of him.
You know what I mean? I'd like to mention that the colour coding in the boots. I mean, I've seen James Marshall. He's got the black and yellows, or the yellow and blacks, if you're technically calling them, and they're matching the Hurricanes uniform. Also, the Lions. There's a lot of white and red ones. I think they're Puma Evo Speeds. I do know for a fact that Elton Yanchis is wearing Puma Evo Powers by the sound of it, and they're matching the colour of his uniform. Just amazingly.
Well, I think we got to stop.
Ben, what size are his feet?
Elton Yanchis, I'm thinking he's probably a 10.5.
Is he a big footer?
No, probably
You
not.
know what they say about big feet.
Big socks, anyway. Bowden Barrett
That's
has
not what I was gonna say.
208 points to his name this season.
He's
As he
better than
looks
Elton
to make
Yanchis.
it 211 and to get the Hurricanes on the board. 11 minutes gone. He pumps it up and he gets it inside the
3
post.
points to the Hurricanes.
3 points to the Hurricanes. It's 3-0, 11 minutes. The Hurricanes leading the Lions.
Jakey, Bradley, you can put that one on right. Otherwise, or are you just
The
gonna
score
mess
has
it
been
up
updated. I've not messed it up this time. As the Lions kick off at the 50-metre line, hopefully this isn't as shit as the first kick. As Yanchis pumps it down into the 22, caught by a player, I have no idea who it is. Perinara, I think, kicks it back to the Lions' 40-metre line as he almost knocks it on regathering. The Lions with the counter-attack. The bomb is put up.
Struth, is it going to come back down?
Oh, the ball hasn't gone missing. He's knocked it on.
He's knocked it on. The Lions get a scrum feed. 2 knock-ons, but the Lions will get the scrum. Jason Woodward in the attack. Lost the ball forward. My voice is getting strained, Bradley.
That is going already. That is, my God, that is a hero. Main. Who is that, Jacob?
It's Franco Mostert.
That is a main and a half.
Oh,
my goodness.
His hair is beautiful.
His hair is just luscious. I mean, the locks off that man's head, you couldn't bloody read about it.
Mate, the locks on that lock.
Well, yes,
Yes, it's very
done.
flash
Well,
lock.
we talk about locks, and my God, are we looking at Faf de Klerk's hair? In this rain, it looks brilliant as
Let's shine on it.
Glenn Jackson calls engage, but they go down. More time to talk about Faf de Klerk's hair, Ben.
Well, Faf de Klerk, he looks like a prop, but my lord, he's got luscious blonde locks.
Well, I think they're more of a brownish blonde, not a full blonde.
I don't care, they look blonde to me, and holy cow, they're amazing.
Doesn't rival
If
Liam
I could
Fry's
have
mullet.
anyone's hair on this field, I would have Faf de Klerk's.
Well, you wouldn't have Leon Omopo's. It's just been shown on our screen. Obviously, he's got minimal of that, but Faf de Klerk feeds the scrum now. It takes a while to get out, but Warren Whiteley in the back picks it up. And Faf de Klerk takes it. They've lost about 10 metres in this attack. But the Lions still have it on the 50-metre line. We tend to be on the 50-metre line all day as Mostert takes it up, and he's not made the advantage line again. Elton Jančić looks to cut the dummies and takes it up just past the 50-metre line. Jeepers, they're making some metres here. Anyway, Faf de Klerk, a dummy, surges forward about 5 metres, just past inside the 10-metre line. De Klerk off to Mostert. The luscious hair of Mostert is rattled in the tackle. De Klerk again, ready to clear, and he pumps it to Andreas Coetzee, rather Ferreira, but Jančić pumps it through, and a fumbling error by James Marshall, and the Lions
are straight off their feet.
They're off their feet, but they have made some metres here. They're just off the line. Bowden Barrett looks to clear, and he clears it into touch. Ben, your thoughts on that one?
It's a good kick. I think the Predator Malice is
22.
released by Adidas this year.
It's only gone out on the 22 though, Ben.
It was a good kick considering the circumstances.
He kicked it 5 metres.
No, he didn't. He was on the 5. He kicked it 15. 17. Actually,
I tend to agree with Ben on this one.
No, I will debate this one. That is a horrible
but-
kick. He should be substituted off.
Well, if anyone's smart enough not to listen to our... who's that little sausage?
It's Elton Jančić.
Mark Hussain, you bugger off. Mark Hussain, you bugger off.
What did he say?
You're killing our vibe here. Can you delete that for us?
I don't know how to.
What did he say?
Mark, bugger off.
Oh, I found it.
Don't delete
Remove.
What did he
Yeah,
say?
good on you, bloody Mark.
did
You
he
bloody
say?
tosspot. Anyway, we're 25 minutes into the broadcast, 15 into the game. As we go to the line out, and there's a bit of push and shove. There's a bit of push and shove by these two guys.
They're getting feisty.
I think we need to realise how Mark needs to bugger off. And I like Jeff.
This is a very big talking point.
Now Mark is horrible. Mark has just said this is ridiculous. Mark, you are killing this final for everyone listening. You are killing it. Bugger off, Mark. You silly goose. Anyway,
Jack's asking for our score predictions.
I think the score predictions, Jack. I mean, to be fair, I'd love it to go past 3 points to 0. Then I can yell and scream in terms of some things. I think the Lions are going to lose it though. I think the Hurricanes will edge them.
I came into this game hoping for a kickoff right at the end, but that hopes... No, I take that back. It can still be a draw. My money's on a kickoff.
Anyway, we go to a scrum after a loss forward in the lineup by the Hurricanes, and my God, they're messy out there, aren't they? Faf de Klerk looks to clear. He goes to the right to Combrick. Janssen van Rensburg. He takes it past the 22, and he's still surging forward, just past the 22. Mostert now. Hands it off to Ferreira. Faf de Klerk. Off to...
shepherding! No, that wasn't.
Tecklenburg runs it up. Faf de Klerk goes left. They're right in front of the
Hammered
posts.
by Brad Shields.
15 metres out. Faf de Klerk goes left again. And it's lost forward by the Lions. Their attack gone begging again. And the Hurricanes get out of jail. Well, I can tell you, Jack, if there is a bloody intercept...
You will not, by Boda Barrett, you will know about it.
You will know if there's an intercept.
Devon!
Go away, Devon!
Go away, Devon! You're a legal person. We are doing this legally and you are not. This is ridiculous. Devon, bugger off.
We have no time for you, Devon.
It's late, you bastard. Well, we go to a scrum. My God, the amount of scrums in this 17 minutes of play. 3-0 to the Hurricanes.
I was about to repeat the time, but I just realised he said it.
Yes, exactly. James Marshall clears it downfield. And there'll be a line out around the 50-metre mark to the Lions on the far side of the television broadcast unit. To be fair, I mean, the weather, it's probably suiting the Lions. They're not having to run as much. Obviously, that travel is big on them. They're the most attacking team in this competition with the most tries. They've scored 81 tries in this season. The Hurricanes have only scored 70, so they're 11 behind. The Lions, the most attacking team and flair team in the competition.
I think we take this moment to complain with Jack about bloody Australian television who are not showing this game.
Well, Australia need to boot up the arse.
They should be celebrating Angus Gardner.
This is exactly what I was going to say. Angus Gardner, the
Naughty girl!
Naughty girl!
Go away!
The assistant referee. Oh, for goodness sake.
They just can't stay away from us.
You can't. You are jealous. You're jealous, I tell you. You're jealous, so bugger off. Not he, you silly girl. Bloody Nora. Anyway, bloody Nora, we got a commentary.
Where's the rugby game?
Head on into the Hurricanes on the 22.
Good defence! I'm becoming a bit one-sided.
Look at that hair. Speaking of hair, his hair is amazing. Fancy a loafer. He's got a proper man bun going
Mark's
on.
back!
Mark's back. Bugger off, Mark. Bugger off, Mark.
Go away.
Can we block him or something?
I think we can. I think we can block
You can
him.
block user. Mark's gone. Celebrate.
Yeah, bugger off,
Mark
Mark.
is gone and he can't post anymore. We surge into the 19 minutes mark. Only 4 penalties given in this game, 2 each. Both the teams as the Lions set to look at
He looks
line
really
out.
angry.
Far side, the Hurricanes to throw in. Dane Coles to throw. This is the Super Rugby Final.
It is.
It doesn't feel like it. Anyway, Barrett passes off to Artie Savira in midfield. He surges past the 10-metre line. He's made about 20 metres in this tackle as the Lions players try to bring him to ground. Box kick through, and that is a superb kick. Just outside the 22 on the near side. The Lions to get a throw into the line out.
Dr. Ben O'Keefe there, he knows how to straighten an arm. I'll tell you that right now. You can see him. He's got straightened eye.
And Devon again. They are being blocked.
Oh, Lord.
How
Go away,
many
Devon.
times, buddy?
Devon!
Bugger off. You're just not working.
Devon.
Bad hammer.
The band hammer is down.
It's not a hammer, it's a hammer.
Oh, yeah, I said a hammer. Anyway, I'll let
No, you didn't.
You said Hannah. I got confused.
Oh, Ben putting a Hannah in there. Anyway, Faf de Klerk clears to Yanchis. Yanchis off to Leonel Mapoe. He takes it down just on the Investec sign on the grass. Just outside the 22 on the far side. Faf de Klerk back into the 22. Pass it off to Johan Ransa van Rensburg. He takes it down. They're losing metres here, the Lions. They need to clear this. And it looks like that's going to happen through way of Elton Yanchis. No, he passes it back. They've lost about 40 metres. Oh, interception! Corey Jane! Corey Jane! A try!
Oh, my God!
No, they're not.
They can't disallow this one. And Corey Jane, in his last match. Is it his last match? Something like that for the Hurricanes. His 30th career try. And Corey Jane brings it 8 points to 0. The Hurricanes over the Lions.
Thank God he got rid of his man bun. That was terrible. That was a terrible choice.
Can I just point out that there are yellow seats in the stadium? I am absolutely disgraced with Wellington.
Bradley, talk us through this try and why did the Lions not clear this ball?
Well,
That was
the
just...
Lions did not clear this ball because the Lions player kicked it straight into the arms of Jane, 5 metres out from the line. Just stood there and watched as he scored the try. Horrible play. That's disappointing. It wasn't an intercept, Jack. He kicked it straight to him and ran over and scored. Jake doesn't know what he's talking about. And now he's explaining to Ben how he knows what he's talking about, but really he does not.
Me? I know what I'm talking about.
Sometimes people say that, but Ben, your thoughts on that try? That was
It was
spectacular.
good. It was
by
spectacular.
Corey
A bit of luck involved. Corey James grabbed it, put it next to his thigh, and just. But he was off like a cut snake, and he just ran through the goal, and he just slid along the ground, and he just. I don't know. What did he just did something amazing. I reckon it's because he got rid of his man bun, because that was a terrible fashion choice.
Well, Bowden Barrett too.
Vegan Stains, I don't know about your name and I don't know what you're talking about. That was not a knock on. The try has been awarded. It's 8 points to 0.
Anyway, Bowden Barrett from the sideline to kick and bring it out to 10 points to 0. He pumps it through. Bowden Barrett gets it over the posts. Sees Gardner and O'Keefe. And the Hurricanes lead by 10 points to 0. 22 minutes into the game.
See, look at that. That is beautiful.
And Corey James' skins have gone from a very, very white to a brown.
Yes, well, Lionel Mapoi will be disappointed in himself. That didn't need to happen from the Lions. They needed to clear it 2 or 3 phases earlier, and they didn't. But they look to bounce back now as they kick the ball off, and it goes down to Corey Jane to pass off to Victor Vito on his last match, his 100th. And his last match takes it down past the 22.
Oh, charged. It was charged. It was charged down. Everyone's on side.
Yes, hello, Ethan Gray. Obviously, you want more Ben Brownlee commentary, but unfortunately, we don't.
At the next break, we'll get Ben to talk about some more boots.
Oh, I like talking about
the well, we've got cat facts coming up, being the Lions as well. More facts about the Lions. We've got a little jingle as well for cat facts. Mapoi takes it up. With goodness gracious, they're on the 22-metre line.
Well, 24 minutes gone.
Faf de Klerk clears it off to Ferreira. Ferreira now takes it through. Faf de Klerk again, Mostert. They're not making any metres. They're moving it in field. Creating space, and Glenn Jackson says penalty right in front of the sticks, 24 metres out. What do you do here, Bradley Richardson?
You kick for touch. Actually, you take the quick tap and you take the drop goal.
Quick.
Well,
Jake, Bailey, little known fact, you don't even need to take the tap.
Can you just drop kick it straight away?
Yes, you can. You don't have to tell the ref.
What's the point of a penalty kick?
Because you do it on your tee.
Well, drop kicks are easier.
But you can waste time.
Well, that's quite, okay. Anyway, I'm not too sure what the penalty was for. But as we said, the physicality of this game is getting to the players. Victor Vito, we see a tackle, is huge tackle. And he'll be disappointed in himself that he couldn't force a turnover there. But right in front, Elton Yanchis, he doesn't miss much from here. The commentators curse. Surely won't curse him here. 0 from 1 tonight. Elton Yanchis, number 10 for the Lions.
We're going to be in a bit of a crisis if Jake loses his voice soon, because it's going.
Well, my voice is, it sounds more commentary, as Elton Yanchis through the posts, and the Lions back down to 7 points. The buffer of Hurricanes over the Lions.
Jake, may I ask your thoughts on Elton Yanchi's bum fluff?
Well, it's a bit like that, isn't it?
Can we clarify it's not actually bum fluff, it's his chin?
I think I might need to have a bloody hot chocolate. My voice is going.
I think he shaved his bum and then put it on his face.
As the Hurricanes kick off deep into the Lions 22, cleared by the Lions, straight out at the 40-metre line. Hurricanes ball. Hurricanes set to launch another attack here. Put more points on the Lions and hopefully seal this game off in the 26th minute.
26 minutes? How can you seal the game off?
What's the point of wasting time? Get it over and done with, more time to party.
Yay!
Just don't party like the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, the Chiefs. I mean, obviously, Stephen Donald might have been doing the licking. Might be his second movie called The Lick. As they throw it down. Dane Cole's taken down by Victor Vito at the back of the line out on the 10-metre line. A little bit of a milestone. We've gone past 100 viewers. Goodness gracious me, we didn't expect that. We thought of cracking double figures would be our goal. But anyway, the Hurricanes. Midfield now, still on their 10-metre line. Not much of attack. They're going through the pigs movement, aren't they here, Ben?
Yeah, the pigs, pig and go, hammer, nails, jackhammer.
And a penalty for the Lions. They get the penalty and Fatialofa's pushing back.
Fight! Oh, there's not fighting.
They're just a bit of handbags here, but Fatialofa, he's a bit of push and shove there, but I didn't get quite the number who forced the penalty, got over the ball. But Elton Jantjies has gone down. This would be a massive blow for the Lions if Jantjies lost his rag, but he's back up and he's going to kick the ball. As we see who's going to go over the ball, and it's Ackerman. Tecklenburg, in fact. Warwick Tecklenburg forced the penalty, a typical open side flanker to use the Jackal to his advantage as they pump it down, and they'll have a line out about 30 metres out from their line on the far side of Westpac Stadium.
It's good.
Yes, well, thank you to all the listeners. Jack, you're a good man. I feel as if you know, if
We've created a bond.
if you were in my presence, Jack, I would embrace
you.
I would embrace you with a hug. It's no surprise as Marks takes it to the front. Mostyn takes it down to Faf de Klerk. Elton Jantjies off to Ransom van Rensburg, and Rensburg knocks it on. And we'll have another scrum. What do we do with these scrums?
You put the ball in and you get the ball out.
Actually, you call you put the ball in, you get the ball out, you call crouch front set, and you shake it all about. You do the scrum, jump
What
in.
shaking are they doing though, Ben?
Good question. I don't know.
Well, we see...
As an experienced front rower, not
Hey.
much shaking goes on in a scrum.
Hey, Bradley, as your former propping partner,
Locking, you were my lock.
I was prop once.
Were you my prop?
Yeah, remember I used to hook the ball.
That's right.
Yes.
You
And then
did.
one time you farted when I was playing lock, and it smelled really bad.
Proudest day of my life. As Matthew joins us from Egypt.
What? Egypt?
Well, we're just a little in a little town. We won't disclose where we are because the government might find us and they might track us down. But anyway, Ethan Gray, after that shocking singing, I retract my request for Ben Brown in commentary. Thank you very much, Ethan.
Ben has been muted.
We go back to. We go back to.
In fact, we're losing reception to Ben.
Ben, can you hear us?
Sorry, it's a bit windy down here.
Ben,
I think Ben's gone. Ben has disappeared from the commentary. We'll try and establish a phone line connection with him. I'm just bringing him up on my mobile phone.
Ben,
He's lost reception. We don't know what's happened to Mr. Ben Brownlee.
Ben,
Yeah, what's happening? What's going on?
are you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ben, okay, Lee, you might have to commentate from here because your microphone's gone.
That's not. Wow. It's not quality.
Can you explain what's going on at on the field at the moment?
Yeah, I see the doctor's doing that there. I see Ben O'Keefe's paying a close eye. I mean, he is the doctor himself. He'll know what's going on there. And then Victor Vito's, he just decided to miss his mouth and just spray himself in the face. But
Yes, I'd just like to
Away
say
you go,
time
Jake.
is stopped at the 30-minute mark. The Lions will have the play. Oh, Ben, I think someone's helping Ben up. So he may be, if we stand by. Ben, can you hear us with your microphone?
Yeah.
We're back.
We have established a connection
We have
with Ben
established
again.
a secure connection to Ben. Elton Jantjies, as we see on screen, has 190 points this season. He has surpassed the last record in 2009 by any Lions player in a single year to score the most points as marks to throw in. Glenn Jackson looking like an aeroplane putting his arms out like that. But anyway, Jaco Creel takes it down from the line out and he's on the 10-metre line, 15 metres out from the touchline. Faf de Klerk pumps it down. And it looks like Jason Woodward to
He's
catch,
knocked
but
it
it
on.
gets back to the Lions through way of Combricks, tapping back down to Creel. Elton Jantjies pumps it down to the left-hand side. The far right, left-hand side, if you get my gist. And Bowden Barrett pumps it back down to Skosan. Courtnall Skosan. If you hear this sort of noise, it's just us getting lollies on our commentary box. So there's a bit of fruit bursts in there, some Tim Tams and all that sort of stuff.
Jake, there's no Tim Tams.
Oh no, that's
Ben, how would you know there's no Tim Sams in there?
I was up there before.
Yes, well, Ben.
It's not like I'm 2 metres in front of you or anything
Ben
like
saw
that.
the catering yesterday before he flew down to Wellington for the match. But Mopoi takes it down on the 100 metre line, 50 metre line. Now, Faf de Klerk back off to Malcolm Marks. Takes it back up to the 50 metre line, in fact, past it. Faf de Klerk to go box kicking. And he does that through way of his boot. Mopoi chasing. But Barrett takes it down in a thumping tackle by the inspirational captain of Warren Whiteley. Now the Lions are hot on the defence. My God,
This is lit!
this is insane here in Wellington. They're 5 metres out from their line. They get the scrum off the maul, and the Lions are ecstatic.
As the camera shows a man pulling up his pants, not the greatest work from the Sky director.
Yes, well, he was excited indeed. He had his heart on for the Lions.
As an interesting question is brought up by Jack. Quote, boys, TJ Perenara or Aaron Smith?
Well, I'm more of a Brad Weber sort of guy. He follows me on Super Rugby on Twitter. I know Brad personally, and I think he's a bloody good player. So, Brad, I think you should be in the All Blacks. But to answer your question, I'm more of an Aaron Smith guy. I'm sorry to say.
I'm getting a bit sidetracked here. I don't know how many people are left, but I'm still on the Byron Kelleher bandwagon.
I think everyone's on the Byron bandwagon. Byron Kelleher. Anyway, the Lions get set. Probably the best attacking opportunity of the half in this 33 minutes of rugby. 10-3 to the Hurricanes, as seen on your screen. Faf de Klerk about to put it in. Jackson says set, and Faf de Klerk puts it in. Surely a penalty by the Lions. And they get the penalty, the Lions. Binding from Artie Safiri came round illegally. And what do you do here, Ben? Do you go for the line or do you play it safe? Bring it up to 10 points to 6.
As a qualified rugby captain, I'd like to stop Ben there and I say you go for touch.
Well, I go for the scrum instead. And that was a great scrum by the Hurricanes. It's just unfortunate. But Artie Severe, the lack of discipline, he saw the ball and went for it. He needed to sustain his mind into his job, and that's not what he did. He forced the penalty, and the Lions get another chance.
Might I mention it's very windy down here. I mean, I'm just going to stick my microphone up in the air right now, and you're going to see how windy it is.
Cheers. Ben. Don't do that. We can't hear anything. As he feeds. Faf de Klerk, and the ball stays in the middle. What a scrum! And the Hurricanes dominate. They get the penalty. And Victor Vito's ecstatic. Standing up as the call.
The pineapple is going crazy.
Get the penalty.
The pineapple is going crazy, I say again. He can't contain himself. He gave away the penalty last time, but he's ecstatic not to have cost his team.
May I also that Artie Savia looks a little bit like a makeup brush.
Well,
I'm sorry for interrupting Jake there. I couldn't contain my excitement.
I accept your apology. And look at that shove by the Hurricanes. The dominance rewarded, much to the delight of the 36,500 here in Westpac Stadium. Brad?
Not 36,500. There's empty seats. Again, I reiterate, Wellington, I'm disappointed.
I'm sorry, Brad.
Dane Coles to throw. Fasilofa takes it down on the 10 metre line. Hurricanes territory. Back out to Bowden Barrett. He pumps it down. Charge down! And the Hurricanes scramble back to get the ball. And Perenara. The Lions back on hot defence. 10 metres out from their line. But the Hurricanes are going to clear it for sure. They scramble upon the ball. The ball slowly comes back. And it looks like Vito's going to have to play halfback. And he pumps it back down to James Marshall. Marshall pumps it out. And the Lions will have a line out just inside their 22. Another attacking opportunity for the Lions.
May I mention the pass from that standing halfback? Whew. Beautiful. I mean, he could be a halfback.
It's really the Lions' inability to convert into any solid points at the moment that are really costing them. 36 minutes in, they failed to score a try.
Yeah, the kickoff is still on the cards as Marks throws it in. Mostert takes it down. Mostert, I'm sorry if it's hard to speak for me because I'm chewing on a lolly. Anyway, Faf de Klerk off to Ferreira. Ferreira takes it down into the 22. Faf de Klerk. Jantjies on a cut. Off to Ransom van Rensburg. Faf de Klerk moves it left. Back to Ferreira. Faf de Klerk again. I love that guy's name. Elton Jantjies on the 5th phase now to the Lions. They're not making any meters, going sideways. The Hurricanes' defence is impenetrable. The Lions again, they're going backwards. Elton Jantjies flings it to Ransom van Rensburg. And he takes it down. It looks like there's going to be a maul. And the Hurricanes have got the ball.
What a grubber from Brad Shields through to the Lions' 50 metre.
The Lions have got it now back as they look to get it out of their territory through way of Jaco Creel. Come down on the 50-metre line. Jantjies clears it through. Is the ball going to come back down? It's got it. We've lost the ball. It's come back. And the Hurricanes have lost it forward. Ransom van Rensburg has marched up to the 22-metre line.
This Hurricanes defence is like a chastity belt. It's unpenetrable.
Yes, well, you're very right, Ben. You're very right. As the Lions look to set their 4th phase. Faf de Klerk off to Jantjies. He's cross-kick. They've got Skossan, but he can't get there in time, and James Marshall takes it down.
He should have claimed the fair catch there, I reckon.
He bloody well should have. He's got an advantage. Penalty to the Hurricanes. Lionel Mapoe is offside, and the Hurricanes get out of jail once again. Ben, is this defence by the Hurricanes impenetrable like a chastity bout or what?
Thanks for using my thing that I just said, but yes, I agree with you because it's what I said.
Well, that's why I said it, but my goodness gracious me. We got 1 minute till the halftime break, where we'll take a break for 5 minutes, and we'll be back for the second half with the same link, the same broadcast. We'll just mute the mics and have a little korero, as we call it in Aotearoa, New Zealand. The Hurricanes, through way of Dane Coles, will take this down. Michael Fatilofa takes it down. Perenara pumps it through back to Skossan into the 22 of the Lions territory. Kotsea! Bloody Nora.
That was a mouthful.
I felt like a DJ. I didn't know who I was talking about. But anyway, he took it in. And just outside the 22 Lions territory. Faf de Klerk back off to the one-off runners. And I think it was Jaco Creel who took it down then. Faf de Klerk box kick. Uses his boot. And James Marshall. In fact, Beauden Barrett takes it down. And passes to James Marshall. Out to the left. They've shifted left. And Woodward takes it down by way of Lionel Mapoe. Back out to Marshall. Ben May, the Waikato, the former Waikato man, now plays his rugby in Wellington. Beauden Barrett, grubber kick through. The bounce is favourable for the Hurricanes. It clicks over to 40 minutes. The ball's out. And we will play the line out, says Jackson. Angus Gardner, what about that form and that arm? How straight is that arm, Ben?
That arm is just so straight.
He's got his arm out very straight.
You could put a spirit level on that, and I tell you what, I reckon it would be level.
Yes, for all watching, we're going to take a 5-minute break for half-time. And we'll look to put the half-time back in 5 minutes sign onto the broadcast very shortly as we go deep into the 40th minute. And the Lions, you would assume, would take it down, kick it out, and go to the sheds and talk to Rohan Ackerman. And that's exactly what Faf de Klerk does. It's half-time, 10 points to 3. We have 40 minutes of rugby before we know who out of the Hurricanes and the Lions is going to be the Super Rugby champion for 2016. It's half-time. The Lions, 3. The Hurricanes, 10. Oh, well, I'm told to keep going. Kalatinana, we see on the screen, is talking to Corey Jane. My God, I would assume he would be ready to get back into the sheds. But Ben, your thoughts on that half? We'll analyse that half and then we'll go to the break.
I think it was a good half. I mean, there's lots of quality boots on display, I think. I think there'll be a few 21mm sprigs in there, but yeah.
Well, anyway, that concludes our first half broadcast. Please stay with us for the second half of the Super Rugby Final. The Hurricanes 10, the Lions 3, here at Westpac Stadium by way of PYJAMA, New Zealand.
Too many nights locked up in this cell told me your love is good, but it burned like hell. And I see through an open eyes, platinum dreams of my future, that's what I surmise. Drowning out sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately, eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Can't look to the past now, forever is back now. I'm not going back, no, no. Find strength in some whiskey, try to find me, I'm not losing, cause I'm the owner of myself again. Drowning out sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately, eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Stop, take a look around. I used to think you were beautiful, but what all you know? And underneath those brush strokes, without that mask that you put on, oh, you're such a joke. Drowning in tons of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately, eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding veil. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those old pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me while I hurt myself. Too many nights locked up in this cell told me your love is good, but it burned like hell. And I see through an open eyes, platinum dreams of my future, that's what I surmise. Drowning out sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately, eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Can't look to the past now, forever is back now. I'm not going back, no, no. Find strength in some whiskey. Try to find me, I'm not losing, 'cause I'm the owner of myself again. Drowning in sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately. Eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Stop. Take a look around. I used to think you were beautiful, but what don't you know? And underneath those brush strokes, without that mask that you put on, oh, you're such a joke. Drowning in tons of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately. Eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those old pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me while I hurt myself. Too many nights locked up in this cell. Told me your love is good, but it burned like hell. And I see through an open eyes, platinum dreams of my future, that's what I surmise. Drowning out sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately. Eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Can't look to the past now, forever is back now. I'm not going back, no, no. Find strength in some whiskey. Try to find me, I'm not losing, 'cause I'm the owner of myself again. Drowning in sounds of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately. Eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa, you're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding glare. Yeah, you're the hand that feeds me, but I see past those oil pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me, but you might as well. Stop. Take a look around. I used to think you were beautiful, but what don't you know? those brushstrokes without that mask that you put on. Oh, you're such a joke. Drowning in tons of you, baby. Haven't been feeling myself lately. Eluding these walls that contain me. Goodbye to the petals of the daisy. Burn Mona Lisa. You're not as perfect as I thought you were. Keep your eyes locked on me while I escape your binding veil. Yeah, you're there and that feeds me, but I see past those old pastels. Say you don't wanna hurt me.
Yes, hello and welcome back to the broadcast. The Hurricanes Lions, the Super Rugby Final. I'm Jack O'Flaherty of the commentary box with me, Brad Richardson, and Ben Brownlee at the stadium for PYJAMA's broadcast of the Super Rugby Final as we get a glimpse of the Super Rugby Trophy. The first name to be engraved on this Super Rugby Trophy will be the team that comes out on top after this last 40 minutes of Super Rugby 2016. Well, I'm assuming that we're not going to extra time. Let's hope we do, because my God, that would be thrilling.
I want a kickoff still.
Yes, thank you, Brad. Anyway, we go to Glenn Jackson to get us underway. The teams are out there. We're ready to go. The Hurricanes ahead by 7.
Jake, may I mention that you just said the Hurricanes?
Yes, I have a bit of a... But anyway, we're just waiting on the cue from Glenn Jackson. He blows the whistle. We're underway with the second half. The last 40 of Super Rugby 2016. It's taken down by Jaco Creel in the tackle by Michael Fotiolofa. He's broken through it though. He's made 30 metres off that one. They go past the 10 metre line back to Janchis, who fumbles it backwards. They've lost metres, valuable metres here. It looks like Arca van der Merwe has come on for the Lions. Van der Merwe. Jeez, I think there's been a few bloody replacements here. Anyway, we go up and that's going to be a penalty. No, it's not. Jackson says it's not 10 metres and the Hurricanes get the ball through way of Ardie Savea, who surges through the line up to the 22 metre line. Back out to Beauden Barrett, who pumps it through. Faf de Klerk to get it. He's on the attack. Kicks it through and the Hurricanes will get a line out just outside the 22, 23 metres out from their line. Another attacking opportunity for the Hurricanes. As mentioned before, Jacob Flaherty in your commentary box alongside Bradley Richardson and Ben Brownlee as the social media expert. Ben will call to you for the social media terms, and I hope you've got some very nice cat facts lined up for us very shortly.
I was looking around, probably just because I'm terrible at looking at stuff, but there's not much posting. There's just a few score updates and all that stuff. Some people believe in the Lions. Some people haven't been this nervous since the fourth form, apparently.
Well, my God, I haven't been nervous throughout the game because I'm a neutral. I'm a Chiefs fan anyway. The Hurricanes have got it in midfield. They're 15 metres out from the line. Taken down as Brad Shields. Perenara shifts it left. Ardie Savea now. He's pumping through. Still haven't made metres. They're still 15 metres out from the line. Perenara marshalling the troops. He's going to take it himself. He does the pigs call himself.
It's just pigs.
Yes, it is indeed. Perenara left. Barrett surging through. He's taken into tackle by Leonel Mapoi. Now back to Perenara. Ben May surges through and he's got a big beard on him, the big man. A prop with a beard is just like, it just works. Anyway, the Vito takes it up. Taken into tackle. They're still lost about 5 metres now. They're going back on the 10th phase. The Hurricanes are controlling this ball well. Perenara shifts it left. Fotiolofa takes it in. 22 metre line they're on. Shifted left again. Lonnie Huhela, the Maris man, takes it down. Very Maris man. He lost it forward and the Hurricanes will lose possession. And the Lions, just like the Hurricanes in the first half, many a time, get out of jail.
What a start to the game. I'm still here. I couldn't get a word in. Jake just kept going and going and going.
Yes, I did indeed. Oh, not Coles. Nick Van Barre.
Oh, no.
From Nick Van Barre. Dane Coles. He's going off. The big man, he's squinting, so I think it might be something to do with him being injured. He's squinting. That's no good.
Squinting is never a good sign for a groin injury.
No, it's not. But Ricky Riccatelli gets his opportunity.
Ricky Riccatelli, what a name.
And Dane Coles, the captain, goes off. And the captain for the second half, looking likely to be TJ Perenara, a man who made his first-class debut at 18 years old, scored a try. It was Wellington he played for. Wellington against the Lions at the Jade Stadium in Christchurch. He scored a try and went to school on Monday.
Good man.
Jade Stadium is the classic.
Classic Canterbury. And the Hurricanes get a tight head. Artie Severe pumps it through, but he's lost the ball on. And jeepers, that was his unco. It was a bloody... Oh, I can't say that. No, I don't know our audience. I wouldn't say that, sorry.
I'd just like to point out that Jake is a fascination with saying pump through when no one actually pumped anything through. No kick took place in that passage of play.
Well, what I say is pumped, not pumped. But anyway...
Pumped, like pump...
Well, you could pump anything, you know, like
a cat.
Jake, do you want them to pump it louder?
I don't know if I'd pump a cat.
But you could. The principle still stands.
You probably could pump a cat, but it sounds wrong.
Pump it. Louder.
45 minutes gone, and this match as the scrum is reset. Lions ball just to the right of the 22. Glenn Jackson remaking the mark, talking to the front rows, getting things sorted. Not many restarts this game, which is decent. Because it's a pain in the ass when they're resetting scrums for 40 minutes of a match. No one wants to watch that.
Well, we've got 35 minutes of Super Rugby left in the year. Such an iconic competition of the game they play in heaven, of the Southern Hemisphere. Ball goes down again, and they get a penalty to the Lions.
Jake might add there might be more than 25 minutes overtime if there's a draw. Ref time, just there could be more than 25 minutes. Just mentioning
it could be. I'm just writing to my picture. I'm just reading to my pictures here, Ben. Anyway, Yanchis after the penalty pumps it down. I've said pumped again. I think we need to take the tally. I think we can almost do a bloody drinking game off this. How many
times? Except with Coca-Cola.
How many times does Jake O'Flaherty say pumped in a broadcast? Anyway, it was...
And how many times does Bradley Richardson interrupt Jake O'Flaherty?
Well, that's... My goodness. I think if you do that, you need to drink the whole bottle. But Malcolm Marx is going to throw...
You've just been quoted as sounding like a dad. How do you react?
Well, who says I sound like a dad?
No one in the chat.
Oh, who in the chat said it?
No, a friend of mine.
Who said it?
A friend of mine.
A friend of mine says I sound like a dad.
Friend of yours.
Oh, Faf de Klerk! That's unfair! I'll tell you what.
Do you know what's unfair?
Michael Fatialofa has just picked up Faf de Klerk's leg and propelled it while attached to Faf de Klerk's body. And it wasn't very nice, and I think it should be penalised. Watch this.
Do you know what's unfair, though?
No.
You know what's really unfair?
What happened? I missed it, and it sounded exciting.
Yeah, so did I. I missed it too. But do you know what's unfair?
I'm having a minty.
Is such amazing.
It's moments like these we need
minties.
I'm having a minty.
Jake, if the Lions win, you have to belt out Ave Maria.
I will belt out Ave Maria if the Lions win, if I've still got a voice. Very stupid idea to have a minty, as it won't go down very well, and it'll be hard to commentate. It's Barrett takes it down. 38 metres out from the line in midfield. Bradge Goods. Not in fact, Brad Shields even takes it down. Interception nearly! Dropped the ball! Scorsan, and Scorsan was away with the fairies. If he had got that, it would have been 7-all. 10-all. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Bowden Barrett now. They're under advantage. Flat pass out to Jason Woodward.
Update from the person who sounds like your dad. Apparently you sound like John Key now.
Well...
I'm not sure if that's a great comparison for some people.
Well, I'm a national man myself. I can't vote, but I will next year. Brad, can you take over the broadcast? Because my goodness, this minty is hard to eat.
They've knocked the ball. Oh, that's gone forward, surely. Glenn's missed that one as the Hurricanes just take it up over the 40-metre line. About 1 metre in from touch as Perenara passes it on to 10, and they're setting up some sort of move, which seems to just be pass it for as long as they can until they can't pass it anymore. As it's gone from one side of the field to the other. As straight off his feet, but Glenn Jackson doesn't want to penalise anything anymore. As a white tissue comes flying onto the field, so it looks like onto the absolutely positively Wellington sign. The ball booted in the air, it's gone off screen for a moment, down to the Lions, back over on the other side of the field as he puts in a little jip kick, taken out by the Hurricanes player, but he was holding his ground as the Hurricanes stride forward to the 50-metre line. And I'm starting to run out of things to say as the Hurricanes put up another bomb just over the Lions 40. Faf de Klerk comes running through as he goes wide again. The Lions! Jake, you can take over.
I've still got the minty in my mouth, but I'll go forward. As Ruan Combrick takes it up to the 20-metre line, sneezes as Ben Brownlee and Malcolm Marks. 25 metres out. Yanchis. Mustard takes it forward. 48 minutes gone. Oh, it's so hard to eat this minty. Alton Yanchis.
Would you like me to commentate again?
I would, please.
As the Lions go up to their 22 line of the Hurricanes, they're setting up some pigs. Ben.
The pig. Go. Pick and go. Have a penalty.
Penalty to the Hurricanes not releasing. Glenn Jackson knows what a ruck is.
Well, it's good to see that one of the best referees in the world knows what a ruck is.
It's not a ruck, it's a breakdown.
Sorry.
Not at this level, Jack.
You know, it's still a ruck anyway. But Artie Sevilla over the ball as the jackler. And a penalty in which so many people don't understand is when a player can get over the ball before the ruck and he doesn't have to release. Something we may see differently next year, and certainly we will see in the Mitre 10 Cup, Mitre 10 Heartland. But we won't see it in the Mitre 10 Heartland, will we? Just the Mitre 10 Cup. But, we've got a substitution on. It looks like Vince...
Then we go to you on the ground.
What?
I've got the notes.
I can't tell where this...
I've got the notes from Vince.
Ben has the inside... No, Jake has the inside sources on this one.
Well, he went to St Peters in Auckland 2 years ago. He was in the New Zealand under-20s for 2 years. And he's 21 years old. Vince Assault coming on for Willis Halaholo.
Halaholo. What a last name that is.
Halaholo.
There needs to be a sequel to the Naholo song for Willis Halaholo. Willis Halaholo.
Willis Halaholo. And it's a penalty to the Hurricanes. Offside is Mostert. And TJ Perenara taunts as the Hurricanes look to open the gap to 10 points. Bowden Barrett says, I'll take a shot. And this will be the hardest kick of the night by far. Ben, you can see better than us. Obviously, you're at the ground. Ben, how hard of a kick is this for Bowden Barrett?
I don't know, really. I don't know. See the full extent of his kicking skills. I mean, I'd probably miss it, but I've got legs the size of chicken legs, so that don't have much power. But yeah, I think he's got a shot at it.
Chris Eves, the Manawatu, 28-year-old, warming up on the sideline. It looks like he might be coming in to replace either Ben May or Lonnie Huhila. Please, for goodness sake, don't be Lonnie Huhila, the Marist man.
Marist!
The Marist man. Marist and Pats obviously lost their club final today against Tawa. 24 points to 20 as Bowden Barrett kicks it through. He's got the distance. And it's over! 10 points exceeds to 13. 13 points to 3. 51 minutes gone. The Hurricanes lead the Lions by 10.
Yeah.
That was the lowest kick you'll ever see go over in a first grade match.
First class.
As I mentioned, Tawa won the Wellington Championship. Obviously, Wellington's going off like a cut snake today. Anyway, Jason Woodward passed it off to Corey Jane, who pumps it back down to Ruan Combrick and Kotsia now. Warren Whiteley, the inspirational leader of the Lions, lost forward in the tackle and they pump it down. The Hurricanes chasing, but it's forced by Combrick. And they'll have a 22, the Lions. They'll look to shift this well out of Hurricanes, of their own territory, rather.
Jake's had a moment of silence. As Yanchi's ready to take the 22 as Glenn Jackson watches on with some intrigue. He's having a mental breakdown to the left of me as the Hurricanes run it back up to the 42 and the ball disappears off the top of the screen again for Bowden Barrett. And then as declared, takes the ball again on the Lions 40 and they're ready to set up another attack as they're 10 points down with 53 minutes gone in this game.
Please tell us if you'd like to hear more of us commentate the rugby championship matches. Maybe we could do an Australia match even for those in Australia. We could do those South Africans, New Zealand matches, obviously. Probably not Argentina because I'd rather go to church on a Sunday morning than have to watch a test match. But let's see how it goes. Anyway, the Lions look to get their own line out on the halfway middle line on the far side of Westpac Stadium. They need to score, Ben.
Yeah,
update in from the source again. We're the second most popular live stream.
Well, who's the most? Let's not talk about them though. The competition. Let's not talk about them. And John, that's not nice, buddy. It's not nice, John.
John, you are banned.
John, no, don't. We want a listener. John, just be nice, okay, John. It's the game they play in heaven. Let's all get along.
John saying?
Okay, John. We can't say. Anyway, Fafter Clerk takes it down off the Lions. Line out, and we're having a bit of a brain fade here, and as we can't see anything on the screen, so we're gonna we're just gonna pretend that there's something going on. Fafter Clerk, he box kicks it. We think the ball comes down back to earth, and we think someone from the Hurricanes has got it. No, they don't. The Lions have it as we clear ourselves up on the screen. Fafter Clerk shifts it left. We don't know what's going on. It's all just a big blur as Glenn Jackson, it looks like he's got the arm out. We may have a scrum. We do indeed. Ben, can you just clarify something? Because I don't know what happened.
Well, neither do I. I don't have any better view than you do because, contrary to popular belief,
the replacement Hurricanes hooker has been busted wide open. That's not a good sign. If he has to go after the blood bin, what happens there? Does Dane Coles come back on?
Well,
do they risk him for the last game of the season?
Ben is the sideline guy. You need to elaborate on the rules here.
So Dane Coles has gone off injured, so he cannot come back on as a replacement. Because once you go off injured, you can't come back on as a replacement because, for an injured player, because you're injured yourself. So therefore, what they can do is, if they have a hooker prop, maybe he could come on, play a bit of hooker.
Do you think they'll have that replacement? No.
Oh, I don't know.
Jack, we go to you. Do they have a hooker prop?
Well, I'm having a bit of a moment here of self-gratitude, if that's the right word. I'm admiring myself as we look at the lights of Westpac Stadium. I'm a little bit back from the microphone. I'm just taking a moment to, compose myself and get ready for the broadcast of the Lions Hurricanes. Obviously, there's a bit of a stoppage, so the players get a bit of a break, so I think I should too. Ben.
Oh, sorry, I got a bit of a cough. It's quite cold.
Ben, update from social media, please.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the live chat of the live.
You have one job, and you're doing an absolute shit job.
YouTube is a social media as well.
Anyway, well, for the sake of Ben, I'll look over this. The winner of this match will join the Hall of Fame that the Blues, the Crusaders, Brumbies, Bulls, Reds, Chiefs, Highlanders and Waratahs are already in. The winners of Super Rugby. The stats were just against the Lions in the build-up to this, and we'll talk about that more as the scrum sets and Perenara puts it in the dead centre of the field. Barrett scrambles upon it, grabs it through, and it looks like Combrick will get it, and he'll belt it back down. Taken back down by Corey Jane. In fact, Barrett it is. We're playing a game of forceback here. As Elton Yanchis, I think he might be sponsored by the same long sleeve skins brand as Corey Jane.
Are you going to be happy? Is the brand going to be happy?
Well, the ball sails through and they'll look to force it down, and you'll get a 22 drop out here. The Lions, I don't know what he's doing here. He's wasting valuable time. You can do that if you're in the lead, mate, but you're down.
You're not. You're down 10 points. I don't. Maybe he did. Maybe he missed out on year 9 and 10 math.
Well, you never know. Shout out to Man versus Maths on. We've got someone. What's going on? Oh, it looks like
blood.
Your number 16, Ricky Riccitelli, is going off for a blood bin. He's got 15 minutes. to get himself sorted, to get himself composed. And
What?
I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like Dane Coles' substitution was down as a tactical replacement and not an injury replacement. That's the reason why he can come back on. He is a tactical replacement and not an injury replacement.
So he went off as a tactical.
See, what the players tend to do here is David Walsh is sorting things out. I think he's clarifying this amongst the sideline match officials. The REO of Wellington Rugby, David Walsh, he sends back Dane Coles. What the Hurricanes would look to do is they will never take someone off on an injury unless they have to. So Coles was put down as a tactical replacement. And the Hurricanes, through Matt Proctor, have got the ball and they've surged through. They're hot on attack here. They pump it through Marshall. My God, I couldn't see what happened.
The ball went out.
Something
Jake.
happened. My goodness. Jaco Creel's had a guts full and he's a bit angry. Looks like Glenn Jackson's got his arm out. He's sort of being a half-era playing at the moment. But Jimmy Marshall, a part of the boy band of Hurricanes, he's actually the lead rapper of the Hurricanes. Obviously the social committee of that. But I don't know what was going on here. The Lions looked to have a 5-metre kick. And they kicked it through, and it was very, very, very risky. At this point in the game, you've got to look for your territory, and for this time, they've got out of jail, Ben.
They definitely have. I mean, they were hot on attack. There's one of the Lions players is down. I can't quite see who that is, unfortunately.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure the sounds are right.
What? Yeah, cheers for that, Brad. But they got out of jail. I mean, they nearly scored. Hurricanes nearly scored, and we wanted them. I don't know. Well, the Hurricanes fans definitely wanted them to score. I don't know who else wanted them to score, but they wanted them to score.
Well,
get the points up a bit more. Maybe go to 20 points to 3. Yeah.
Well, I'm sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage here.
Me too, sister. Me too.
My armpits are about as bloody wet as
Westpac Stadium now.
Well, I was going to say something quite derogatory, but Rohan Janse van Rensburg heads down the tunnel, and this is to my disappointment. Van Rensburg was my man of the Lions. He it sounds like I'm getting emotional here, but Rohan Janse van Rensburg is going to be replaced, tactical or by injury, by the number 22 Howard Mnisi.
There's no way that's going down as a tactical.
It looks like his day at the office, his Super Rugby campaign of 21 years of age, he's done as he goes down the tunnel for an injury.
It's good enough.
As the scrum set down on the Lions, number 5, they're put in as they look to clear the ball and stop this intense pressure from the Hurricanes. They really need to try soon to get back into this game and to survive the hope. As the scrum goes down and then win the penalty, the Hurricanes collapsing the scrum. This will relieve some of the pressure for the Lions. As Janchis comes up to kick the ball hopefully close to the 40-metre line and give his team a good platform of attack.
Yeah, well, I think the Lions are getting out of jail quite a lot, aren't they? Ben, I don't know what you think about this, but the Lions are getting dominated physically and they're getting dominated positionally and territorially. They're getting out of jail quite a lot.
Yeah, it's like they've got a master key that just opens the door and lets them out. Maybe they just stole like 4 Monopoly sets and took all the get out of jail free cards and put them in their pocket so that you could cheat. Because, who hasn't done that once in their life?
They may have got out of jail a few times, but how many times have they passed go?
Well,
I don't know.
They may have collected $200, but Jaco Creel brings it down from the line out. And taken down, and they're rumbling up the maul, but they're going sideways. He's almost as crooked as Nigel Owens, but Bradley's going for it. No, he's still with us in the commentary box. Mnisi.
I'm still hanging in
He
here.
looks like the typical, stereotypical African, and my goodness, does he play a game of rugby. Alton Janchis pumps it down. He shifts it to the right of the ground, and he finds Bowden Barrett, who's going to look to clear it back down. They're playing force back. It's not the game force back. It is rugby indeed. And Combrick takes it through, hitting the tackle hard by Barrett, who was chasing up himself. Marks. Faf de Klerk. Charged down by Severe. And the Hurricanes have got possession on Lions territory, but it's stolen again by Mapoi, and then Lonnie Huhela takes it off him.
Jake, may I mention you just call them the Hurricanes?
Okay, well, it's something like that. Bodenbarrow takes the cross kick. He's surely going to call Mark,
Oh.
but he doesn't catch it, and the Hurricanes have got the ball. I do not know what the Hurricanes' actual name is. Adi Savia! Penalty to the Lions! Holding on, and with a second to spare, the Lions have got out of jail. There was a try on the cards to Adi Savia.
Do you know what cards I think are in play right now, Jake? Get out of jail free cards.
How did you win those chance cards, Ben?
I think they just had a lucky streak. They probably don't have much property, which is quite... Because if you compare rugby to a game of Monopoly, you can talk to about possession and territory as houses and hotels and stuff. And I think Hurricanes have a lot more of those, a bit more property. But
You say they're looking for more of a monopoly of the game.
yeah, and I feel like they're just getting on the chance cards. I think the Lions
They've got more luck.
chance.
They're landing on the Blues.
Yeah, they're just getting
The other players are getting unlucky. The Lions are getting unlucky and having to pay all those fines.
Yeah, it's just...
The Hurricanes are getting all the free parking money. And it's not going the Lions' way tonight. But saying that, still in the game is... The Lions lock it on at their own 20, at their own line out, just past their 40. As the Hurricanes hot on attack again. Over the Investex signage.
They're going to get blue after
As
that.
TJ Perenara looks to clear the ball out of the scrum with a...
Shields.
That's not a scrum, that's a ruck, isn't
That
it?
was not a scrum, it was a ruck. I'm getting to a
Penalty to the Lions. They get the ball. Over the jackal is... Who is it? It's Warren Whiteley. He gets over the ball, assisted by Jaco Creel. And the two loose forwards force the penalty. The Lions. We're looking at the stats here, and in terms of attack, the Lions are in fact dominating. You don't feel it if you're watching the game, but the more defenders broken, more clean breaks, more passes, offloads, more carries and more meters. The Lions, but they're not conceding any rewards from that
It's just...
on the scoreboard.
And a very interesting point brought up by Danny in the chat. Can the Lions keep up this defense? And can they score any points? Ben?
Yeah, I think they'll be able to keep up the defense, and hopefully they can score some points because, you know, we want a game on our hands. We want a good game.
I'm still hoping for a kickoff.
Well, they are an attacking team, the Lions, and we've seen that throughout the whole competition. They lead the tries stat. They're number one on the log with 81 tries in the season. Now, they get an advantage. I assume this is a penalty, says Jackson. Mapoi is taken down in a tackle by Jane. Just out from the touchline on the near side. They get a penalty. What do you do here? Yanchis, he's a very, very good goal kicker, but Wellington is not a familiar place in his kicking log.
I think what they need to do is they need to kick for touch.
As an experienced captain, they need to kick for touch. They're not going to get many more opportunities to score a try, and they need to take as many as they get.
Looks like they're going to go for the posts. And
Stupid
he
decision.
does. 40 metres on an acute angle. How big has this angle been?
I think this is about a solid 15.698.
15.698 the angle. And dead on the 10 metre line. This is a different beast to kick here in Wellington. He's used to Emirates Airline Park. Over 50,000 people packed into Emirates Airline Park, or as we know it, Ellis Park, last week to watch the Lions beat the Hurricanes. The Highlanders, 42 points to 30. The Hurricanes, in fact, beat the Chiefs 25 points to 9. The clear-cut winners and very deserved winners of semi-finals to meet here tonight. Yanchis, he does a little dance on his toes. It looks
He's
like
no
he's
Dan Bigger.
constipated. He's no Dan Bigger, but he is Alton Yanchis as he goes to the ball. He puts it up. Is it going to curl around? It goes to the left of the post. And the Lions are still 3 points above naught.
3 points above naught. Does that equal 3? It does? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've just lost my maths there for a second. Do you reckon that's 3 nautical miles? Or are we not even talking
No, you
nautical miles?
said, what's the difference between miles and nautical miles?
Good question. Let's pose that to the chat. Okay, chat, can you tell us?
Because I have no idea.
I actually don't.
As the Lions put up a bomb taken by the Hurricanes on their own 40 metre line.
Can someone please Google Nautical miles versus miles. Anyway, the Hurricanes have it through way of Perenara. They pump it to Fatialofa. Fatialofa takes it down midfield. Still in their own territory, just past the 10-metre line as Severe gets it now. 64 minutes gone. We have 16 minutes to play in the Super Rugby Final. And the Hurricanes are ahead by 10, as seen on your screen. They're making negative metres here. They're going back. Puts it up as Beauden Barrett. They take it down as Brad Shields. Back off to Vince Lasso. And Vince Lasso, the 21-year-old.
He's quite young, isn't he?
Yes, he is indeed. Just as Rance van Rensburg, he is an awesome name, Johan Rance van Rensburg, and that's why I'm disappointed that he's off. He had a brilliant game last week scoring a try, but tonight hasn't really found his form, and maybe that's why he's in the bloody doctor's office. Anyway, Jaco Creel tried to force the penalty again as Barrett chips it through. He's got Marshall chasing and scrambled upon by the Lions, and Kotsia. In fact, it was Combrick who takes it down.
Straight up the guts. Take it up the guts.
Tecklenburg.
Pin your ears back.
Tecklenburg back to Elton Yanchis, and he's thumped it back into the 22 of Hurricanes territory, and Beauden Barrett scrambles upon it. And as I said, the game of force back continues. Combrink.
Pin your ears
A little bit of a 1-2 shimmy. He takes it up and smashed in a tackle by Feye Fifita. The first time I say his name tonight.
Fuff Clerk, you have amazing hair.
Lost forward by the Lions yet again in these conditions. Not suitable for a final. But here it is. Both teams play at the same arena. Lonnie Uhila. The Marist man takes it forward. Marist. The good Catholic man. Forcing a penalty maybe by Yanchis. No. Not long enough on the ball on his feet. And forward. And the Lions will get a scrum. But the players' advantage is continuing. Tecklenburg at the back, but they wait until Faf de Klerk. Pins it back to Yanchis. Yanchis, horrible pass off to... It looks like Rance van Rensburg's come back, but I'm not sure whether I saw him in fact come back. He may have gone for a head injury assessment. Or as we know, concussion texts and a penalty advantage. He's taken him in the air. He's landed safely. You wouldn't think any more than a penalty here. But Barrett, he gets back up. Very gallant effort. And you would think just a penalty by Jackson. All eyes on the referee at this point.
As we go to Jack in the chat, who's clarified the difference between a mile and a nautical mile.
Jack, go ahead.
1 nautical mile equals 1.1508 miles.
Well,
what's a statute mile? He says statute miles. Statute.
Mile.
Sorry, my bad. I think it's statute.
Well, anyway, it looked like it was the captain, the inspirational captain. I'm never going to call him the captain anymore because he's very inspirational, Warren Whiteley. It was the captain, the inspirational captain who took it down. But we go to these notes. As Barrett is looking to pump it to the sideline. The time, obviously, we've got 12 minutes to play.
12.2. No, 12 point.
Barrett.
No, it wouldn't be 12.2.
A good kick into the territory of the Lions. And coming on for the Lions in replacement of Faf de Klerk. Let's get up and thank him. Faf de Klerk. Well done, Faf de Klerk. Faf de Klerk.
You have amazing hair!
Ross Cronje to come on and replace a very, very good Faf de Klerk throughout the whole season. His very nice locks have impressed the ladies of the grandstands in lots of arenas. And it's stolen by the Lions. From the line out, it's tapped through! Barrett! They'll go to the TMO for sure, but I think Barrett's got this down, and I think that's the Super Rugby Final to the Hurricanes.
Hey,
the Lions earned the turnover there, but they couldn't clean the ball up, and Beauden Barrett came charging through to between the Lions players and managed to get the ball down. We don't know if he got there first. We're going to the TMO, as Jake just said before.
Jake, don't count your chickens before they hatch. the Super Rugby Final might not be over.
Well, the Lions, they won the line out. It was scrambled upon by Cronje, the man who just came in. He lost the ball backwards. It was then pumped through by number 16, Ricky Riccatelli, who's back on. And Barrett came surging through to put the ball down, but we haven't got a conclusive angle.
Oh, this might be the one, Jacob. This might be the angle.
Ben, talk us through this.
Okay, so see we go there.
Talk us through Barrett's movements. It's pumped through and watch Barrett.
So he's just powering.
Oh, he got it!
There's a cross
I
one.
don't know. This is close, and I'm glad I'm not Ben Skeen because I
Okay,
think
here we
this
go.
is simultaneous.
Oh, this is the one. No, he's got the try!
I think he's got this down, but I think it's 50-50. We go to the screen. Waiting. Glenn Jackson try! And the Hurricanes are up by another 5 points. The Hurricanes 18. The Lions 3. Kick to come.
It's just
The biggest opportunistic try you'll see.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just so excited. I want that guy's beard. Holy cow, there's some beautiful beards these days.
Yes, was Beauden Barrett sets up the kick, looking to put it to a 17-point lead for the Hurricanes. As they're 10 minutes away from being the last New Zealand team to win a Super Rugby title. They've been the minnows, so to speak, for almost 20 years now, and they're about to put that to
20
bed.
years of disappointment for the Hurricanes. And this is about to pay dividends. Those waiting times may be over. The Lions have got 11 minutes, just under 11 minutes, to come back by 20 points to 3. Beauden Barrett gets it over, and Wellington is going off.
I'll tell you what, it's going off. It's going off like cheese, like a jar of milk on a hot day. It's going off like a jar of milk on a hot day because it's just going
stats
off.
were against the Lions. 50 points to 17 was the biggest defeat of the Lions this year. It was against the Hurricanes. Only 2 away South African teams in finals have ever won the final. Out of 16 teams, 13 out of 20 teams finishing first won the competition. 7 current wins the Hurricanes have over the Lions. And no South Africa teams have ever won any playoff match in New Zealand. The odds are against them. And the Lions now, if they don't score within the next 5 minutes, you would say the Super Rugby Final is over.
May I add that when that kick went out, the security guard got smacked in the back of the head. It was quite
The
entertaining.
Lions are not helping themselves. They're just giving the Hurricanes ball in their own half and not defending well enough to keep them out.
Well, Henry, Romeo, you're very right. It may be the 20-year streak over. But the Hurricanes, they leave it late. But we've got to focus on this match. The Lions are still hot on attack. As I say it, they lose the ball, and Perenara pumps it to the fullback. In fact, it was Ross Cronje who took it down. The Lions need to be urgent. Their season is waiting on these last 9 minutes now.
The Lions up by the 22-metre line. They really need a score here to get themselves back in the game.
Jaks van Rooyen had it before. Elton Jantjies smashed in a tackle by Matt Proctor. Cronje passes it off to a guy with white headgear who number I did not see.
Guy with white headgear, shall we call him?
Yes, I think we need to call him bloody something whitey, but it doesn't, yeah.
Whitehead.
Whitehead, yeah, what was
G-I-W-H.
G-I-W-H.
Goa.
Wait, what?
Goa. G-I-W-H. Guy in white headgear.
Oh, G-I-W-H, yes, okay. G-I-W-H. Anyway, and he makes the aeroplane signal to Glenn Jackson. He says play on. The Hurricanes have it. They've stolen it from the Lions. Beauden Barrett kicks it out. It looks like it's going to be. No, taken down by Combrick. Combrick surges through. He comes and past the 22-metre line. It's kicked off by the Hurricanes through the ruck. And Cronje smashed in a tackle by TJ Perenara and James Marshall. The Lions made metres and then lost them immediately. The advantage goes to the Hurricanes. Out to Vince Arsul. Perenara Off to Barrett. Barrett takes it through. He's going to go through. Pumps it into... Go Bowden! Go Bowden! He doesn't quite get there like the final of the Rugby World Cup, but scrambled upon as the Lions. We go into the 7th minute to play. Elton Jantjies.
That was a good offer, good offer.
Back off to Van der Walt. Jaco van der Walt.
Jaco van der Walt. That's quite a good name.
Cronje to clear.
It's Lonnie Uhila
Through
comes
way
flying into
of
the
box
ruck.
kick. And it goes to James Marshall, who has a crack at a drop kick.
Drop kick.
And my God, I've never seen a worse kick in my life. And it's taken down by Cromrick. Cromrick to kick through. And we'll have a line out. No, we won't. It's still in field. And the Lions surging hard. James Marshall to scramble upon this one. Taken down and a tackle by the kicker of Cromrick. And the Lions have it. Cromrick again. He's got an advantage as well. The Hurricanes are penalised. No, they're not. It's a knock on. The Hurricanes get out of jail. 6.5 minutes to play. The Lions down by 17 points. They are leading the stats of tackles as the Hurricanes, and turnovers one equal. As we see
The DIYH coming onto the field, guy in yellow headgear.
Lohans Rasmus, he set up a brilliant try. In fact, it was Mostert who set up a try last week for him, and my goodness.
Jake is losing his voice completely as they substitutes run off the field. Lions ball just outside their 22, right side of the field. They really, really need a score here and to get themselves a hope of winning their first Super Rugby Championship. As the substitute number 19 for the Hurricanes runs onto the field.
Guy in blue headgear.
Mark Abbott. He'll be looking to take the glory away from the player he just substituted for and really take the shine away from his performance. As the Hurricanes players coming off, I'm not quite sure. Brad Shields is one of them.
That might have just had a drop my phone on my nuts.
Well, I think what's going on here, Ben? You need to describe what's going on.
I was checking the social media and the chat, and then just my phone slipped out of my hand because it's so slippery, and I think I just lost my ability to have children.
Yes, Ben's having a bit of a meltdown here and he doesn't know what to say as the Lions are steady in the scrum and the halfback takes it off to the first five in Jantjies and gives a short ball to the second five, who's passed them right up the middle, stopped halfway to the try line in between the 22, and the Lions up and the Hurricanes up quick on defence, stopping a play of that, and the Lions retain the ball and they're off to the Pigs as they drive forward close to the 5 metre line, and looks like they're going to give it to the forwards for a while yet as they go on the Vodafone Steinage. And Glenn Jackson watches on, looking for any knock-ons to stop the Lions from scoring. As Guy in yellow headgear is about to take the ball off the backers, and Guy in white headgear is ready to drive over as the ball comes out the back, but the Lions retain. As the replacement halfback gets it up and manages to go to ground as the forwards are still driving up. They seem to be stagnant on the 5 metre line. They really need to spread it soon and test that width of the Hurricanes defence. Metre by metre they go forward. 2 metres out from the line with a big run from the number 2.
The Lions surging. The Pigs ball again as they go down to the line. Half a metre out. They've got penalty advantage. They need this now, the Lions. They go over the line. The Hurricanes get it. They get a penalty to the Lions and they need this so desperately. They need to score 3 times to win this match. Is it possible, Ben?
Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. I think if you just need some quick succession, that was nearly a good charge down. Nearly.
As the Lions kick it out here, looking to set what would be a very certain driving maul. It's up to the Hurricanes to try and stop it, as they're 4 minutes away from winning their very first Super Rugby Championship. The Lions go into a huddle discussing their next move. As Lonnie Uhila comes from the field, the Maris man himself, though he lost, his club lost it. He's asking the crowd to give it up.
And we will! Mike Kinger, the player plenty man, comes on, and it's not straight from the Lions. It's not their night. It's not their championship. We've got 3.5 minutes to play. The Hurricanes 20, Lions 3.
They have to kick off.
As Henry thinks the Lions still have a chance, but they need a miracle. Henry, I think you're a bit delusional. They're 17 points down. As some of the crowd starts to leave, which I think is absolutely disgraceful. As TJ Perenara makes his way off the field too for the replacement Jamison Gibson Park.
Is it
Jake,
Jameson or is it Jameson?
How do you rate Perenara's performance tonight?
I think Perenara really came out. He was the captain in the second half and he needed to step up, and that is what he did.
He gave some great ball. His left-handed and right-handed passes were going. They were spiralling tonight, man. They were spiralling.
Isn't that the point of a pass?
Yes, well, sometimes they don't spiral, Ben.
That's not a good pass then.
Exactly, that's why I was saying that Perenara had some good passes tonight.
Quality man.
Yes, he is. Rivaling Aaron Smith, some may say, but I don't think he's quite there yet as the Hurricanes set down their scrum on the 5 metre line. Own 22. Lions surely conceding defeat. They may as well just give up now. I think Gibson Park should give up and grow facial hair for the rest of his life.
Let's add Elton Yantis that one too.
Yes, well, they all have horrible facial hair. Maybe it's a finals thing. As the Lions trying desperately to win the turnover, but there's not much they can do. They can only just watch on until the Hurricanes take this, surely. As my hopes and dreams are slashed of a kickoff.
Hey, Bradley.
Yes, Ben?
You never know.
The Hurricanes win the penalty, and they're ecstatic. As Lonnie Hill is down on one knee saying a prayer. The Maris man himself. Bowden talks to his team while surely is killing some time. And look at the faces of the Hurricanes. They can't help but smile.
Well, we're 2 minutes out from the end of the game. Give us your thoughts of the Hurricanes this year, your players, your matches, and your thoughts of this match. Tell us what you think of the Hurricanes. Hurricanes hard, as Wellington says.
Hurricanes!
Bum bum!
Hurricanes!
Dun dun!
Hurricanes!
Dun dun!
Hurricanes! That's it. As the hooker, Riccatelli throws it into the balls. Number 19 takes it and Gibson Park gives it to the hard-running Julian Savia, up just past the 22 now. And the Hurricanes giving it back to the forwards with 1:10 left in the game.
May I bring this back to the fact that someone put $22,000 on the Canes by 13?
Holy shit, he's gonna be rich. Someone bet 22 grand, 22 big ones, that the Hurricanes would win 13 and over. He's gonna sleep easy tonight, isn't he?
Oh, I don't think he'll sleep at all because he'll be too busy spending his, what is it, 30 grand?
The TAB will be paying out as we go to the 40 seconds rather.
The crowd is
before
dancing.
The Lions. Ben, your thoughts on this?
I'm just so excited I can't even speak. It's a great day for Wellington. It's a great day for Hurricanes. It's a great day for New Zealand. And do you know what I think, Jake? No matter who wins today, well, we know it's probably going to be the Hurricanes. Rugby was the winner on the day.
Yes, well, the Hurricanes. 15 seconds to go. The Hurricanes over the Lions. 20 points to 3. 10 seconds now. The Hurricanes have got the ball. No, they don't. The Lions got it now. Elton Yanchis. Off to Cronje. Mostert. They need to steal a ball and take this glory. They've got the penalty. They've got the penalty. After 3 cracks at the final, the 21-year drought of heartache and loss for the Hurricanes. They win the match that counts. The 9th winner of Super Rugby. The champions of the Southern Hemisphere Club competition. The fairy tale has come true, and the Hurricanes are the champions of Super Rugby 2016.
What a game!
It was just spectacular. I can't even speak. I'm just speechless. The Hurricanes, they went down last year, but they came back fighting. The Lions, they just didn't have enough raw in them. And the big cats, went down.
Yes,
Like little
Ben
pussies.
forgot to deliver us some cat facts during the game, but surely we don't need any cat facts tonight, as the Hurricanes will be too drunk by the time they get home to remember any of them.
Bradley, who are you kidding? The Hurricanes aren't going to get home tonight.
Well, as we'll wrap it up, we have 1 or 2 minutes left in this broadcast. To all the listeners, thank you very much for watching, but we'll wrap it up very shortly here. The Hurricanes are the champions of Super Rugby. We'll go through our thoughts of the match. Ben, we'll start with you. Why did the Hurricanes win this? How did they win it? Your thoughts on this game?
They won it because they scored more points. Jake, because that's how you win a game of rugby. You score more points than the other team. I put it down to just their tight-knit team, the quality coaching staff, and just the sheer drive. And the fact that they poached 3 of Waikato's players. The sheer drive for them to get to the back, just to win the game. And Brad, what are your thoughts?
Yes, thank you, Ben. I'd like to say that the Hurricanes really put a superb performance in tonight. Finals footy's where it's counting. They sure came hard for the last part of the season, but I think they'll walk away a bit disappointed from this match not to come away with the bonus point.
Well.
Next season's going to be a good one for New Zealand rugby, but it's also good to see the Lions competing well, playing some attacking rugby, sending a message to South Africa and the likes of the other teams who like to keep it in the forwards.
As we see the Lions praising God for their amazing season. Jacques van Rooyen leading the prayer as they huddle down in very humble adoration. But the Lions beaten on the day. The Hurricanes, here is a stat for you. The Hurricanes' defence of the last 4 or 5 games has been impenetrable, and I say that because the Hurricanes have not conceded a try in 306 minutes of rugby.
Holy shit.
306 minutes.
That's a big number.
The Hurricanes have not scored. My
That's
thoughts on this,
almost
I think
4 whole games.
the Hurricanes are going to lift the trophy in only a moment's time, but we are going to end our broadcast here. Thank you for watching. Everyone, this has been PYJAMA New Zealand for the final of Super Rugby 2016. Listen for the podcast. We're going to do a podcast immediately after this. Obviously, that'll be recorded and you'll be able to listen to that later on in the week. But this Super Rugby final, congratulations to the Hurricanes. Commiserations to the Lions. From PYJAMA New Zealand on behalf of Ben Brownlee, Bradley Richardson and myself, Jake O'Flaherty. That was the Super Rugby broadcast of the final. The Hurricanes 20, the Lions 3.